test. What you will do before you get the book, first three videos. So there are three videos on the channel related to marriage counseling. One is 13-step history taking, right? So what are the 13 steps for history taking? You will watch that. Number two, all the three links I have sent you today in today's broadcast. Number two, you will watch how to use the relationship test. Number three, you will watch how to use couple activities, right? Then number four, you will read the book. Number five, very important and the most important step, you have to start applying by helping people. Okay. So actually apply this relationship test, couple activities to help more people. Number seven or number six, whichever number, most important, most important, do not use relationship test on your own marriage, right? It will most likely break. Sometimes some girls, they are like, they are very adventurous. So they want to do compatibility test between them and their husband. You will fail actually, right? So that compatibility test should be done before the marriage, not after marriage to check whether you want to stay or separate. No, right? Don't do that test. Other test you can do, only it will lead to small fights, no problem. Okay. But compatibility test will lead to divorce. Okay. And probably you may not agree that you are not compatible. So you will put a blame on your husband. But when you are putting blame on your husband, you should read the book Psychology Counseling and you should identify what is his diagnosis and then put that blame that your diagnosis is this. That's the correct way. Okay. Now we start with, so there are in the new edition, there will be 25 tests. In the old, there were 20. Okay. Old student, they are not going to ask me, sir, I want new book. No. You have to pay new fees, then take a new book. So you postpone your exam. I know you. Yeah, you are going to ask. Huh. So what are these 25 tests? So on any relationship, it is based on 25 parameters. So what are those parameters? Write down in the chat. Whatever you think, you write down the parameters. A relationship is built on certain parameters or certain things, certain pillars. What are those? Very good, Snigdha. Trust, respect. Good, Shreya. Keep writing. Whatever you think, you write. Whatever you think. What will happen at the max? The answer will be wrong. It's okay. At least you write. You tried. Right? Communication. Very good. Okay. Don't repeat. Write something. Mutual finance. Financial communication. Personal communication, financial communication, compatibility, compassion means understanding, love and affection, very good. So love is one, affection is another. Very good. Patience, choices, preferences, okay. Somehow, yes. Yeah. Healthy boundaries, okay. Yeah. Interest, common interest, very good. So what are these 25 parameters? I will read that. So number one, communication, trust, respect, compatibility. No need to write, it will be there in the book. Emotional intimacy, conflict resolution skills, commitment, individual independence, quality time, financial compatibility, adaptability, shared values, empathy, friendship. Very important. Affection and intimacy. Wow, nice. Common life goals. So affection and intimacy I have added this time additionally. Common life goals, support, forgiveness. I have added forgiveness this time. So the what I identified is that many of the times you react or you settle score with your spouse because there is a resentment. You are not forgiven your spouse and you always have a resentment towards that. And that's why forgiveness is very important for a successful relationship. Teamwork, humor, new addition this time. Criticism was there earlier. Teamwork I have added, humor I have added. Love, care. This time I have added care. Arguments, parenting style. So I have added parenting style also this time. Okay. So this will cover around 25 parameters or 25 pillars for a successful relationship, right? For each of these parameters, there is a test. Okay. Some tests are 20 questions, some are 30 questions, and it gives you some kind of a scoring. It helps you identify. Then within these parameters or within these pillars, so there are subcategories. Okay, so we'll see one or two, and then we see. Now, when you are doing relationship test, do not take picture of the relationship test paper and send it to the client and ask them to fill. It's a less engagement. The client will pay you for one session and then gone. No. Also, there is no engagement with the client. Client doesn't feel good. What you will do, you will ask one question and you will write down the answers. You will make the worksheet for them. So first session will be with the couple, both couples sitting together. Wife answers, husband answer, two columns. Then third column is individual wife, fourth column is individual husband. So there are going to be three separate sessions for this, for running one relationship test. Fourth session will be for analysis of the test and opening up the communication, asking examples and everything, cross questioning. Then fifth will be telling them what are the things that is going wrong and how to improvise. Right? So minimum 5 sessions you can do with one relationship test. So utilize this relationship test to engage the client. They feel good. They see that you are very systematic and scientific. For this, now this time for fun, I have included more test. So I will tell you, like last time I was saying, when we did this 13 step history taking for marriage. So I was saying a very important point that how much you know your partner, it really doesn't matter so much. Okay. Do you know what is the favorite food of your partner? Do you know what is your favorite color? That is not relevant. These are the 5 questions, 10 questions. If one spouse knows about the other spouse, that doesn't mean there is a love. That doesn't mean there is a respect, trust, or compatibility. Affection is not there. It can be very superficial, right? A spouse can know everything about the other spouse, but everything is very superficial, right? No expression of love. But one spouse may not know what is your favorite color, what is your favorite food, right? It happens only in movies. Okay, you tell me what is my favorite food, otherwise you don't love me. Hey, get out! I don't want to love you like that. That is not my expression of love. Okay, so my expression of love is something else. Knowing your food is not this thing, and you tend to change your favorite food every time, every month. But I'm going to keep track of that only, right? So there are two aspects which we discuss. One aspect is that knowing each other on superficial things doesn't help for the building of relationship. Number two, expressing love. So for you, like you love me if you know my favorite food. Is your love so superficial? Okay, but my love is more intense, more depth. I care for you. I respect you. I support you either for finances or your career or while fighting with the children or everything. I support you, right? I have affection for you. So these are my expression of love. So what is the meaning of this? Everyone has different expression of love. So from your own understanding, write down what is your expression of love and your husband or your spouse expression of love. So love style, how do you express your love, right? So write down, me, how do you express, and your spouse, how do the spouse express? Whatever is your understanding. If you're not married, you can write about yourself only as of now. Now there are some who are saying that, sir, marriage bhi ho gaya, fir bhi single hai. So those are successful marriage counselors. Someone who has gone through the turbulence of marriage, they tend to be successful marriage counselors because they understand, they know what goes through. Okay, give space to them. Okay, nice. So Barkha is not married. That's why that answer is very immature. Okay, don't worry, ignore it. Yeah, yeah. Someone who is married will give a better answer. So I'm waiting for your answers. I hope you are writing it right. I'm waiting for the answer. Okay. So now, how to express love? So broadly, if you divide, you can divide into taking care of little things. They are kind of always giving space, respect for passion. Okay, a lot of people are like for space and space. So it looks like either you are oppressed so much that your space is eroded, or you feel that there should be more space. Support and flowers. Okay, so we categorize that this now. So what you have done is many people they have given some examples. So we will categorize. So how we express love. So one thing can be care. Okay? The another is quality time. So I like to spend quality time with you. That is my expression of love. If you want to watch some dummy movie, which I don't like, but I will still watch with you because you like it. If you like to go for some shopping, which I feel that it is wastage of my time and I have no interest, but I still come with you. That is my expression of love, quality time. Number three can be physical intimacy or physical touch. Number four, receiving gifts, giving gifts. These gifts can be transactional as well as non-transactional. Like Barkha wrote, writing some sticky notes on the tiffin and the freeze and the, so that is a non-transactional gift. Appreciation is non-transactional gift. Number five will be acts of service. So service, acts of service means uh, you demonstrate your love by doing certain things, by helping for the work, by supporting for some decision, by supporting for any other things. One more is there, which is words of affirmation. So words, talking, I love you. But this is a very bad thing to assume someone loves you. Someone may say that they love you, but when it comes to act of service, expression of love in action, they will not be there. So you have to consider what is the act of service here. So is there a match with action with the words? And if action and words do not match, always consider action as the correct thing, correct representation. Okay. So if your spouse, someone says you, they love you and they do not express in action. So you know what is the meaning of, right? Very good. Varun. So broadly, if you divide it into, it will be like five categories. Now, words, acts of service, receiving or giving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Okay. So broadly, if you can divide your love language into this. Uh, Majorly, love language either you should have same or you should understand and respect and accept that okay, your love language is touch and your spouse love language is quality time, right? Or maybe act of service. Now, someone's love language may be uh, voice, talking, but your love language is action. That leads to fight 100% because you want action, not words. Any question? So for this um, this time I have added around 35 questions for uh, how do you express your love to your spouse, or your spouse expresses love towards you, the perception part. This helps to identify what is the love style you have, expression style you have. What is your love language? Okay. And this will be new addition to the new addition. Okay. Any questions till now? So those who have waited for the new addition, it was a very good decision for you. It's really worthy to wait for that. And there were some students who took admission for the present batch, but they were very impatient. Sir, जो है भेज दो, तो भेज दिया. Some are like old students, but exam will be based on whatever book you have. Now for today, we will do this communication test. Right? How is your communication style? Now in this communication, what I have done is um, divided into components. Now, what are the components of communication? So each test, what is a smarter way? Like if you have the test on communication, all the question based on communication, okay, but you need to subdivide it into, right? So you have to go to the sub pillars. So what are those sub pillars of communication? I think there should be three. So one is like how open is your communication? Number two, how honest is your communication? Number three, how effective is your communication? Effective means it really communicates what you intend to communicate, and you are able to understand each other and connect. You are able to connect each other with your communication. So these are the subcomponents of communication style. So there are now questions around, I think 30 or 20 questions for this test. 20 questions for this test, and there is a scoring system. So 5 is the highest score and 1 is the lowest score. So what you do, you will make 4 columns, 5 columns actually. First column will be for question number. So which question you are taking, either you write down the question or you just write the question number. And second and third column, the couple is sitting together, you are writing answers, responses from wife and husband. Then last 2 columns, individual wife, individual husband. Okay. Sometimes they may not be comfortable saying that, no, I don't want to give joint answers. Some couple may say, I don't want to give individual answers. You can say one time that this is, I'm not going to use it or give it to you to use anywhere for your legal battle or anything. This is for my understanding, to help you open up your communication or to solve your problem. I will not validate, I will not make any judgment on each of you. Whatever is there, you write truthful. And it's okay to do it together as well as separately. But if one spouse disagrees for anything, you accept it. Okay. You explain one time only. Don't insist. Okay. Most of the spouse, they agree. Okay. Someone who is having some, so one spouse sometimes does not agree. You don't want to fight with that particular spouse. So there are different questions now. Some of the questions are cross questions. Some of the questions are to understand how you are open to communication, how and the other way also. Okay. So communication does not mean you talking. Communication means talk and listen, both the things. Okay. It has to be bilateral. So very clear. It's not how is your talking style. It's how is your communication style. So I feel comfortable expressing my thoughts and feelings to my partner. I actively listen to my partner without interrupting, right? I start with statements like I need to express my needs and concerns rather than blaming my partner. Now, the reverse part. I'm open to feedback and constructive criticism from my partner. Okay. I respond to my partner to show my engagement in the conversation. So response means it can be verbal response by asking some more questions or example, or it can be okay, right. So all this non-verbal response, any of these things. Then there are questions to identify what is the communication gap between the two. So the communication gap questions are: we struggle to find time for meaningful conversations due to busy schedule. So there is no time. Then the second part can be: we avoid discussing the topic if we think that it is going to lead to conflict. It is very important that in a healthy relationship, there has to be a freedom to open up the communication, even if it leads to conflict. Non-threatening. So we have different communication preferences, right? Then misunderstanding and misinterpretations frequently occur in our communication. Now, misunderstanding, misinterpretations can be two, three, four reasons. Number one is you are not a good communicator. You cannot communicate, explain. The other person is not a good listener. Third can be the other person is manipulative or gaslit. The other person, right? Fourth can be the other person has some issue understanding and takes a different meaning altogether. You are communicating simple thing. The other person thinks that, okay, you are blaming the person. So all those reasons can be there for misunderstanding, misinterpretation. You will ask the examples to identify what is the problem. There are unresolved issues that we cannot address. We find it difficult to address. Transparency. Now, in transparency, how transparent is your communication? So I have included 5 questions. We openly discuss our individual goals and aspirations for the future. Okay. So how transparent is your communication? So we discuss our aspiration and goal. We are transparent about financial matters, very important, and budgeting and spending. We share our emotions and vulnerabilities with each other, right? So sharing emotion is good. You have to share whether you share vulnerability also. So now, if you are having a safeguard that if I share my vulnerability with the spouse will misutilize it. You can never do that. And the problem is with the trust. Possible the problem is with the respect. So if it happens in this test, then you will say next session we will do the test for respect and trust also. Trust, starting with the trust. Good idea. Always ask examples. So when you're writing it first time, you will not interrupt. Whatever is the answer, you write down. Then when you are at the third session or fourth session, when you're doing analysis and communicating to them, that is the time you will ask the examples to the client. And typically fourth and fifth session is a combined session. I mean, it is going to be 2 hours long session. One session is 1 hour approximate. So fourth and fifth session, you assume that it is going to be long session. Now, someone were talking, 2, 3 people were in this batch, they were talking of space, boundaries. Okay. So there is a question for we establish clear boundaries regarding privacy in our relationship. Privacy means how much you can check my files, how much you can check my laptop, how much you can check my mobile. Okay. So there is a YouTube video that he drinks something, then he chokes up on some boba tea and he's dying. And his wife is like, hey, give me your password, I need to call ambulance. And he prefers to die rather than sharing the password. So how much space you need, how much is your clear-cut defined boundary? I will die, but I will not share my password with you. Very good. I like you. I respect you very much. Overall relationship communication. Okay. So these are the questions for overall things. We engage in open and honest discussion for it helps for relationship satisfaction. We feel confident that we can resolve conflicts through communication rather than scoring our okay scores, settling our scores. Our communication strengthens our emotional connection, intimacy. Then we actually work together to bridge any communication gap. And our communication style contributes positively to our our relationship. Okay. So typically, what we did is we defined, like in the old edition, it was more of the communication, 20 questions. This time I have subdivided the communication. How honest is your communication? How transparent? Then how it is leading to your overall healthy relationship, and how's your perception of your spouse. Okay. So for each of these 25 parameters, I have done that. So you will really enjoy it. And when you use this test and you explain to your client that, see, these are the 25 relationship tests I will do. And for each test, I have divided into 4 segments. And then there are going to be 25 to 30 questions. So they are like, wow, I like you. You are so systematic. You are not talking from Saas Bahu serial, right? You are not talking from your own broken marriage. You are not learning from Big Boss and teaching the client how to fight systematically. Yeah. You are actually doing the analysis of their relationship. Okay. So they refer your next client, they come to you multiple times. You tell them come to 20 times, they come. So even if you are like a charging, as if you are in a tier 2 city, you charge 1,000 rupees. In a tier 1 or metro city, the charge for a marriage counsel is 1,500 to 2,500. Those freelance who are attached with me, those who completed my internship, now they are charging 1,500 to 2,500, depending on the city. But even if you charge 1,000 per session, from single client, you can easily earn 20,000. Okay. So that's a very good potential. And marriage counseling clients, as per me, they are easier as compared to psychology clients, because the target is very clear. We want to come together, we want to separate. Okay, no problem. Whatever you want, I will give you. Yeah. Sometimes the client wants to separate, and then marriage counselor, they are like, no, no, I will make sure you come together. Hey, who are you to decide this? Right? Yeah, you help them separate out. Okay, easily you should help them. Questions? Please ask questions. Now, in freelance business, the most difficult part is how to bring clients, right? And once the client comes, how to manage the reviews if it comes. So both the components, I take care of you. I do your digital profile, then profile promotion, client acquisition, plus review management. So you take up my internship. In my internship, you get stipend at the end. The amount what you paid, you get at the stipend. Almost it is zero. Plus, then 13 month onwards, you start getting paid clients. So 1 month, 1 year, 12 months, you get around 80 clients to practice on. That's a huge number. And I give you clients as per your the course which you are learning. Okay, either psychology, child, marriage, psychotherapy. So you will learn very well. And when you practice on these clients, you get the confidence. Yes, you can help them. You are a good counselor, and you get their blessings. And then 13 month onwards, you start uh, earning. Okay, while getting attached with me. So presently there are 500 freelance who are attached with me and earning 40,000 to 1 lakh per month. And this 80 client in a year is a huge number. Okay, so approximately it comes to around 2 clients in a week. So I give you around 2 clients in a week to manage. Okay, on a weekly basis. Now, how do we handle the clients when they want to separate? How can you help them separate? The client who want to separate out, they go to the lawyer or they fight among themselves. But the lawyer says, hey, go to marriage counselor. There might be 2 reasons. One is court has directed them mandatory marriage counselor before divorce. Number two, it can be to negotiate their terms, right? So this lawyer has no patience to help them renegotiate their terms. So you will help them negotiate their terms. Number three, while they are separating, there is a lot of emotional turbulence going on, a lot of trauma is going on. So your role is to provide that psychological counseling support also. So a successful marriage counselor is the one who can counsel them also. right? She may find that, okay, both of them are going through anxiety, stress, depression. One person may have OCD, ADHD, bipolar disorder, anything. So you need to do psychology counseling also with them. Okay. And the number four, the best part, the best marriage counselors are those who can heal the client. Okay. So now multiple betrayals, emotional trauma have happened throughout the marriage. It is going to happen. It is life, even in successful marriage. So you need to forgive that. You need to move past, either to stay or even separate. Both part you need to forgive. Yeah. Now to forgive that or forget that and overcome your betrayal emotional trauma, you need psychotherapy techniques. Okay, to heal those traumatic memories. So those marriage counselors who learn psychotherapy from us, they are able to heal the client permanently. Okay, so that you can move on to the next relationship, or you decide to stay single, you can stay properly. Otherwise, you will continue to get flashbacks. You will always have images. You do something, you go to a shop or a mall where you used to go earlier, you will have that flashback. Okay, you had a fight on some incidents. When you the same incidents happens next time, you get the flashback. Okay, and divorce is a turbulent scenario, right? So when the client comes to me and they say they want to separate, I always tell them try to separate with minimal damage. Okay, so the damage is going to be psychological, right? And that is going to stay lifetime. I'm not talking of your children, I'm talking of you. Okay. So even if you're a strong person, you will have damage. So it's better to separate out mutually. I will help you for that. Don't try to convert those who are looking for separation into good thing. The other question Rajeshwari asked is uh, 5 sessions for one test. Okay. If you decide to take another test, so there are going to be additional 5, 6 sessions. Sometimes one test needs 7 sessions, 10 sessions, because there are so many examples, so many things to talk of, so many open communication you can open. So what you do, whatever the question comes, okay, like something which is not suitable for their relationship, you ask what is the example. Then you open up their communication. Hey, is this okay? What you're doing? Now always divide the any issue. There is going to be issue underlying, right? That's why the answer is okay. So divide the issues into 3 parts, 3 types. What are the 3 types of issues? Write down in the chat. If you have watched the video, you know this answer. Critical issue. This needs to be solved. Otherwise, the relationship will break. Solvable issue or compromisable issue. It means you can ignore it, you can leave it, or you can solve it. Number three, silly issues. These are not issues at all. You have unrealistic expectation. That's why you're making an issue out of it. Okay. Very good. Good work. Okay. Questions? Please ask questions. The 3 videos I have sent you, you watch those 3 videos. Okay, everyone. Now, why psychotherapy is important especially for marriage clients? Because marriage clients either they come for coming together or they come for separation. There is already multiple emotional traumas, betrayal, all those things has happened. Okay, so the syllabus of our syllabus of psychotherapy, it includes the techniques to heal their emotional trauma, techniques to erase traumatic memories, to replace traumatic memories with good memories, techniques to replace images, neuroplasticity for change in your response to particular trauma, particular event, and psychodynamic techniques to increase your emotional bank balance. Questions, please ask. And most of the, in this batch, write down in the chat who are doing marriage counseling course and learning psychotherapy also, and you feel that psychotherapy is healing you. The class itself, when you are attending the class, when you are watching my demo, it is healing you. Write down if you are a student of psychotherapy also. Very good. Anyone else? Who else is? Who else is? Yeah. Okay. Questions, please ask. Questions. You want to see that painting at the back, which is a cover of the book? Yeah, I'll show you the book cover. I did not cover. Okay, wait, huh? So this is a cover of the book, Couple Therapy, right? So there is a couple, they have gone for outing for their therapy, yeah, to build trust and all. So which is the best part in this painting which you liked? Which is like your most favorite part? What did you like in this painting? When did I do this? It was done in 21. I think September 21. The night sky, stargazing. Yeah, which part of this painting like you liked? Shining stars, okay. That fire, yeah, it looks very realistic fire, right? Very difficult to do. It takes half hour to create that fire only. The tent and bonfire, yeah, the tent is also looking very sitting, fire sitting. So what should be the name of this painting? What do you think I should name this painting? You can see in my WhatsApp catalog, I should have written, what is the name I have written for this painting? A couple in love. A couple in love. I have named this painting for couple therapy. Yeah. The star couple. Wow, I like that. The star couple. Okay. It's good you did not mention the bonfire couple. You like bonfire, you like couple. So, sir, bonfire couple. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Good, good. The star couple. Okay. So, when you say the star couple, I have one more painting. So, that I will show in the next class. Yeah. So the name of that painting is couple in the, yeah. So this is another. This girl is probably not yet married. That's why she's happy. Yeah. Okay. So a walk in the garden. So those who are psychotherapy students, they can relate this painting. Yeah. The walk in the garden. We do this technique, right? A walk in the garden. And so what did you like about this painting? Okay. Okay. The trees, the depth of the trees. Yeah. So the trees, they are, these are near trees and there are distant trees. Okay. It looks like They are planted in a row. Yeah, that's falling leaves in the tree. Okay, imagination. Yeah. So she is having a walk in the garden by herself. She is happy. The only reason because she is happy is correct. Yet to be married. Then after next day, then I have that painting. You can see the couple is not happy if they're together. I will show you because that painting, anyways, is not okay. I will show you. All the pink color before marriage, so beautiful and pink color, right? Life is so beautiful, amazing. Okay. After marriage, yeah. So yeah, things happen. There is more black, yeah, in this painting. So this happens when you get married. Okay, you are feeling that there are tears. Yeah, it happens. Huh. Everyone's here. Eh? It's not. Don't laugh only at me. Huh? It's in your also. Huh? Everyone. Huh. Okay. I was just teasing. Huh? Not about you. About me. I was teasing about me. Huh. I feel like they are enjoying the scenery. Okay, Shreya, very good. You feel that they are enjoying the scenery. So that's a purview. That's your perspective. Like, because you enjoy the scenery with your husband. That's why you feel. So yeah. Questions. Okay. So, huh. After this class, I'm going to get not scoldings, I'm going to get beatings. Okay. Any question anyone has? Gloomy evening, like, Barkha, seriously. Like the name of this painting is Walk in the Garden and Before Marriage. After marriage, this has become Gloomy Evening by the Lake. I like this actually. I will name this painting Gloomy Evening by the Lake after marriage. Yeah. Okay. I like you, Barkha. Hmm. So probably once Barkha gets married, I will send her this painting. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. No, I will not send. I will send good thing. Dear, good thing. I will send. I will send you silver coin, Barkha. Whenever you get married, I will send you silver coin. That is my promise. Okay. For good things. Yeah, this is not there because I did not like. I was not satisfied with the quality of this painting. So my level is this, and this is my level. Yeah. The and this is like I thought this is not a good like not a good level painting. So not so good quality. So Ramya is asking a very difficult and interesting question, which everyone will answer and keep it with you. Don't answer in the chat. Okay. So probably she's asking the opinion of other people. Yeah. Any question? You can check these paintings in my catalog. And that painting, the painting below the family, so Life's Play, that story is there on YouTube. You can search Life's Play painting. So you will find the video of this story of the video. So there is a story behind that painting. So it got uh, this painting had some errors when I started. Then I had to put a lot of efforts to correct it. That's what happens in life. You know, you have some dreams, you get married, then some things go bad, even if either you do or other party does, and then you have to put a lot of efforts to correct those things. Any questions anyone has? Which painting I have uploaded on YouTube? Let's anyone, any question? Please ask. So I will answer this Ramya's question. So is marriage beautiful or gloomy? So it depends on us, right? And marriage is never made in heaven. You have to make this earth, this your life, your home as heaven, and you have to make your marriage work. Questions? I did not find. Barka, can you say which is the painting you are talking of? I'm not able to find on the YouTube. Ah, oh, you saw this painting? Nice. Asha has asked a very interesting question. How do we know the clients are truthful in their answers? So there are two components. Number one, whatever the answer you assume it is truthful. Number two, you educate them, you tell them that um, you give your answers truthful because this will help you. Objective of this test is not for evaluation. It is not to find who is at wrong and who is correct. It is not for me to judge. I'm not your parents. I'm not your relative. I'm not you. I don't care whether you are a bad person, good person, whether you are mistaken or you are a victim. I don't care. So my role is to help you open up the communication. And I will not share this test with you. I will not share the paper or the analysis with you. I will not allow you to use in the court. Make it very clear. So then most likely they will be truthful. Okay. But even after that, there are always some manipulative people in the world. Most likely they will not come for marriage counseling. Someone who wants to manipulate the answers, they will not come for the counseling. Okay. But whatever answer they give, you have to assume it is truthful answer. Questions? Anyone has any question or the we end the class? Okay, good point, Pooja. So at the beginning of session, you tell I will not give the notes. Number two, you should not write the notes. Like Pooja, you are talking of psychology counseling or marriage counseling? Pooja, write down your answer. Marriage counseling or psychology counseling? Psychology counseling, you should not be writing any notes. Number one rule, not required. And number two, you tell them I will not give you notes. It is not a agreement which we had before we started the session. Yeah. This notes is for me to understand what I should talk to you, not for me to share with you. I will not do. You refuse. So there is a question, how do you deal with a spouse who is blaming always in the session? Okay. So you tell the spouse that we will do that relationship test. Okay. About blaming game. We'll have that criticism, the test on criticism and communication. So that will help us understand what is the problem between. in this segment. But for other things, you don't need to blame. And if someone is blaming, there can be two, three possibilities. Understand. Number one, the person doesn't have opportunity to blame the other person, other spouse at home. That's why they come to you and blame. Number two, this person has habit of blaming everyone and putting it. Number three, the other spouse does not agree their fault, and that's why this person has to blame. Number four, the other spouse always blocks this spouse when the feedback or criticism starts, and they think that it is blaming. Number five, it can be that one spouse thinks it is blaming, and the one who is talking thinks that it is a feedback. It's not blame. I'm not blaming. I'm telling you what you did wrong. Understand? So you need to take up questions, more examples, ask them, and identify which is the classification of the blame game. Okay, Saranya has asked an interesting question that she has one client. So the husband goes to work and wife doubts the husband and calls him 50 times. So here there can be three things. One is there may be some history with this husband. He has done something. That's why she does not trust. Number two, that she has a trust issue because she has seen her father, brother, or a friend doing this thing. Number three, uh, she may have some condition, emotional turbulence, psychological condition. So you identify what is the problem and then solve it. And many of the times you will find that the one who is calling 50 times has some issue, either separation anxiety, either trust issue, either emotional traumas from previous relationship, or father or brother or someone else who used to be promiscuous, who used to be non-committed. Any question? Anyone else? No questions? So we end today's session. You can see the collection of paintings in my catalog, WhatsApp. I'm doing the typos things nowadays. And whichever you like, you can send me which one you like. Okay. Or if you have some ideas for the new painting, I will do that. So yeah, I will have to remove this difficulty now. So there is one pending on the my YouTube channel in the post, which Barka was talking. You can check. It is a newest, latest. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a great time. Bye.